because we've got a lot of stuff to cover today, I'm going to ask if you would put your name and your contact info and a little bit about yourself and your business in the chat. And then look at everybody else's information and find that person that you think you might want to either virtually meet with or connect with, and open that first relationship as part of your chamber experience. Or in the case of Greg Mattern, maybe your many times over first experience. Morning, Greg.
Morning.
And of course, we'll begin the meeting by asking Kevin, where on earth is Kevin DeRosa?
So today I am at Panera. Where am I at? I'm at Warner and the 10 because I'm on my way to Phoenix.
Okay.
So that's where I am today.
So Kevin traditionally travels around the valley to different Paneras just to check in on him. He's a Panera junkie.
Hi, Greg Mattern.
Hey,
Good
Bob.
morning.
Panera has good coffee.
Hi, Kevin.
Yes, I would agree to that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go ahead and get started. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the April edition of Mesa Chamber Orientation. I am your guide, the freshly cut Director of Communications, Bob Nelson, and I will be going over a lot of information today for those of you that are brand new to the Chamber and may not have had a chance to kind of figure out what you want to do. We're going to talk about that today. And for those of you that have been with us for a little while, obviously, you know, I'm going to call on you for an assist throughout the course of this meeting. So please be ready to pitch in, or if you're new to your organization and your organization has been with us for a while, please don't hesitate to chime in and ask any questions. Please do put your information in the chat. Please look through the chat for other people's information that you may want to connect with. I'd like to start today with a thank you to this event's sponsor, Eric Reber of SpeedPro. He has been my co-pilot on this event now for several months, and it's a lot of fun, and he stays with me. I'm actually kind of surprised. I think we owe him an award for that beyond his sponsorship. So I'd like to give Eric just a couple of minutes to kind of introduce himself and introduce SpeedPro and kind of get the meeting started.
Hey, thanks, Bob. First off, my name is Eric Reber. My business is SpeedPro, Mesa-Gilbert. We do large format printing and signage. So we spend a lot of time looking at colors and how the colors look combined. And if you all could just take a look at Bob right now and his background and his shirt. So that's something that we probably wouldn't approve. It just doesn't blend real well, but maybe you can kind of help him, Sally, the next time in terms of dress and background and all those kind of things. So I'll get him one that's like this, that I've got this obnoxious one with all the colors back there. But so our objective, though, is we work strictly B2B, which means we work strictly with businesses to provide signage and printing to attract other businesses to them. So what does that mean? So for example, we do vehicle graphics. So for those folks that are out in their vehicle all the time, working pretty much most of the day out in that vehicle, that makes one of the best ways to go ahead and advertise. And through that, we can do we design all about, again, being able to present, who you are, what you do, and how to get a hold of you in a simple manner. And then hopefully we can attract business to you. Our signage, we do exterior, interior signage. We also provide event graphics and trade show, which have been pretty much non-existent here for the last year or so. It's starting to come back. We're starting to see some outdoor events, and I think we'll continue to see it continue on as long as the coronavirus keeps heading downward. So if you're interested in any of those things, we can help you on that side. Other than that, we just do anything that's printed on a large scale, so window graphics and wall graphics, etc. My reason, though, for being a sponsor for this was really just the importance of it. And I know several of you are new, and several of you have been with the Mesa Chamber for a long time. One of the things the Chamber does is it establishes different programs, different classes, ways to help us out as members, and that changes on a regular basis. So what we have in place, last year may be totally different than what we've got this year. Some of it's going to be the same, but there's a lot of really new programs that come out. They pay attention to what our needs are as far as members, and then try to accommodate that through present different classes and different referral groups, et cetera. So I encourage you, if you haven't been on the call for a while, or if you're in, to put this on your calendar, basically, to come back every 6 months or so and sit in on it. And I guarantee you will learn something new about what's going on with the Mesa Chamber. So thanks, Bob.
You are very welcome, Eric. And I would encourage you to come back every month because I just like talking to lots of people. So plus, to be honest, things change every month. So there's always something new happening that even if it's not necessarily something that we present about in the presentation proper, there is something that we can share with you that's happening. So don't hesitate to add this to your calendar every month, simply because not only will you get to meet a lot of new members that have just joined in the last month, but you're going to get to stay on top of what's happening at the chamber and how you can be a part of that change. So I will take a moment to apologize to Eric for my fashion faux pas. I did not consider my audience when dressing this morning. Sorry.
I think it looks great. You look like this talking head there.
Thank you, Chris. Kinda. So it is the day of the Chris's. So thank you to all of the Chris's for being with us today. And I'm going to go ahead and just launch right into the presentation. So give me just a moment to schedule that. And while I'm doing that, make sure you're checking the chat, posting your own information in the chat, or you are looking for somebody that you want to connect with. So, and boop. There we go. And then let me grab that screen. Very good. Boop. Okay. So good morning and welcome to Mesa Chamber of Commerce orientation. The purpose of this orientation is to give you a high-level overview of all the things that the Chamber does over the course of a month or a year, or in some cases an hour. So do not hesitate to ask questions if you have them. You guys are kind of over here. I'm going to kind of try and move you somewhere where I can see you. But you're going to get to, if you have any questions, just go ahead and throw them into chat. I will introduce just a couple of people on the call today. Linda Haskell, who is the Director of Membership Benefits, is on this call with me. Linda, if you'd say a quick hello.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. So glad that you're all here. Look forward to working with each and every one of you.
And Susan Teichman, who is our Director of Sales and New Membership.
Good morning, everybody. Glad to see you all here.
Good deal. Okay, so here's kind of where we start with all of our fun. Oops, actually, thank you again to our event sponsor. I always like to show Eric's logo because it's actually a pretty cool logo, and it's very color appropriate to the screen that he's created for it. Good job, Eric. All right, so what is the mission of the Chamber? We're going to start kind of with the basics. What is the mission of the Chamber? Our mission is to be the recognized resource and celebrated leader for the Mesa business community. Our mission is we exist to improve, promote, and advocate for our members and businesses in Mesa overall. So we tried very hard when we developed this several years ago to keep both the mission and the vision very simple, but very poignant to what you guys need to accomplish. So don't hesitate if you ever have questions about either of those things to let us know, but they're pretty straight ahead. So importantly, your membership is a journey, and there are 4 elements to making the most of your chamber membership. And the first of those is understanding your benefits. And that's why we're here today. We're here today because we want to take some time and kind of get grounded and figure out what's available to us as a chamber member. And then we want to make sure that we can make good decisions based on that. Second part of that's going to be to make a plan. It's great to know what tools are in your toolbox, but if you don't really kind of have a plan to use those tools, it's going to be very hard to get any traction out of your chamber story. So that is the second part. The third part is follow through, right? I mean, that's the part where basically the rubber meets the road, and the plan that you have made to use the benefits that you have learned about really comes into fruition. This is probably the part where we want to help you the most, because we know it's very easy to figure out, okay, I've got these things available to me and I want to accomplish X, but I really kind of need help getting to X. And that's the part where we really want to be engaged with you to make sure that you are getting the support that you need to do that. So the final one is probably the most important of the four of them for the long term, which is adapting to change. So today, you're thinking about, okay, this is what I want to get out of my chamber membership. This is how I want to accomplish this. Well, a year ago, January, you probably were thinking of some of the similar things. And then a year ago, April, all of those things had to change because of the pandemic. So don't be afraid to revisit your chamber membership if things change for your business. So if you find that what you need today is different than what you needed 30 days ago or 60 days ago or 180 days ago, revisit this meeting, revisit with Linda, revisit with one of us on staff, and let us help you adapt to those changes. I can't stress this one enough, because at the end of everybody's first year, if they choose not to renew, typically the most common reason they choose not to renew is that they didn't feel like they got anything out of their membership. We really want to make sure that we do everything that we can to help you get something out of your membership. We do not want you to feel like your investment in your chamber membership is not getting you dividends. So don't hesitate to, even if it's just a check-in to say hi, don't hesitate to do that. We are happy to talk with you about opportunities and ways to continue to support you. Speaking of support, there are a number of ways for you to get the support for your chamber membership. One of those, I'll start with the Ambassador Program. The Ambassador Program is a program created by the Chamber to ask our members that have tenure to support members that are coming on board as new members. And I'm actually going to ask Kevin, if you would, because you are a fantastic ambassador, to just talk for a moment about the Ambassador Program.
Sure, be happy to, Bob. Thank you. Yes, the ambassadors, we have a mission and a role, and that is to help onboard our new members, to be the voice of the Chamber throughout the community, to give our best testimonial about the Chamber and what it's done for our businesses, and encourage other businesses to come on board as well. I'm actually going to be dropping off 2 new member bags today, so that's another role for an ambassador, is to be there for the new members and help them get their best experience out of the Chamber and a return on their investment.
Thanks, Kevin. And our ambassadors really are people that want everyone else in the Chamber to succeed as much as their own business. It's really great to say, we do a monthly ambassador call. It's really great to be on that call and to hear the stories from the ambassadors of their interactions with members. A lot of great relationships get built out of that program, and it's really just it's great to see, and I think that it makes everybody stronger because of it. So for those of you that are brand new, I assume that fairly soon you will be, or you have been assigned an ambassador. You should get a message from our administrative assistant, Teresa DeBona, that introduces you to your ambassador. If you are someone that's been with your organization for a little while, but are new in the position, or just re-engaging with your chamber membership, reach out to us. Let us know that, hey, who is my ambassador? Who can I talk to? And we'll make sure that we get you connected with your ambassador. So don't hesitate to utilize that resource as well to tell your chamber story. And then, of course, there is the chamber staff. I won't necessarily list everybody off by name, but I will tell you that is our staff as it currently exists. So do not hesitate if you've got somebody on that list that you want to reach out to jot their name down, or all of our staff profiles are on the website as well. So you are welcome to get a hold of us anytime. And that is top to bottom. You certainly can email Sally if you need something. She's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and is often awake 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, which I'm not sure how that works physics wise, but it does somehow. But don't hesitate to reach out to any of us for any reason, and we're happy to coordinate with you. We're happy to coordinate with your ambassador, and of course coordinate with each other to make sure that we take care of whatever you need. Okay, so let's talk about some benefits. There are sort of 2 groups of benefits, And I keep saying I need to kind of change the nomenclature on this first set of benefits a little bit, but these are the benefits that are happening on your behalf while you are running your business. And when I say that because I go back to that statement of, I'm not sure I got anything out of my chamber membership. A lot of times the reason that people will tell us that is because they feel like they themselves did not engage in attending meetings or doing anything with their chamber membership, or so they feel like they've let it down because they didn't engage with it. But the truth is that just having the chamber membership brings a lot of benefits to you without you having to invest a significant amount of time. Some of those are digital, some of those are physical, in real life, I guess, IRL. But things like our digital directory listing. So chambers, because they're NGOs, are very much sort of appreciated by Google because they tend to be a trusted data resource. So you'll notice if you do a search for a particular business, that business's chamber listing tends to float towards the top of the listing because Google knows that a chamber is a trusted source. So having your business in a chamber directory is a great way for you to get access to some Google references. Compass. So we actually work with partners at Arizona Republic and produce a magazine each year called a Compass magazine. And I don't know if any of you have seen it. Show of hands. Anybody seen it? Yeah. So it's a great magazine. It's very interactive and it tells the story of Mesa. And it tells the story of Mesa through several different areas. And one of the best things about it is that because it's a physical resource, people like to keep it. They like to keep it around because in the back of it is a full directory of the chamber membership that was on file at the time of the printing of the magazine. So as you could well guess, we do get a lot of winter visitors here over the winter, and those winter visitors very much appreciate physical resources still over non-physical resources, if you will. And with the loss of, yellow pages, basically, yellow pages, white pages, they're looking for ways to get access to the data that they need based on their preferred methods of getting that data. So the magazine becomes a very important resource for that. We also mail that issue out to 22,000 homes. So people that are subscribed to the Arizona Republic, they are mailed a copy of it. So instantly it's in 22,000 homes. Plus we get another about 5,000 copies that we distribute through some of our larger members. All of our hospitality partners in the chamber get copies. Our larger employers get copies. So we do a lot to get this resource out into the community so that people can see it and use it. So it's a huge thing that's happening on your behalf just by the investment in your chamber membership. And then the third one, and really, this is the one that we like to spend a little bit of time talking about because it's the one that sometimes for people it's hard to get their head around, and that's the advocacy piece. So as you know, things happen out in the world, and you get a chance to kind of see the headlines and you get a chance to kind of read the news updates, and you don't necessarily have the bandwidth to invest in necessarily advocating for your business on behalf of some of those items. And that's part of what your chamber membership invests in for you, is we actually maintain the ability to advocate for our business community when it comes to various issues that come up, whether it be at the city level, whether it be at the state level, or whether it be at the federal level. And the example that we use might be just a touch dated, but I think it's still the prime example of how your chamber works on your behalf. And I don't know if anybody remembers, a few years ago, there was a serial litigator that was filing lawsuits against businesses based on photographs that they were paying people to take of their parking lots, and then filing lawsuits against them for violation of ADA guidelines in relation to their parking lot. And it was getting to the point where this guy had it was something like 10,000 lawsuits that he had filed, and then would immediately follow that up with a letter saying, hey, we noticed that you're in violation of the Americans with Disabilities Act, but if you pay us $10,000, we'll settle this. So for a lot of small businesses, you creates that panic and that, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And unfortunately, there were a lot of small businesses that basically were paying this guy, 10 grand. Nothing was ever being done in terms of, helping this poor business, fix whatever was needing to be fixed. This guy basically was just harvesting money and moving along. Well, we happened to get wind of that through a member. A member asked us for advice regarding that. And so we started to look into it. And the more that we looked into it, the more that it ballooned into a bigger and bigger issue. And eventually that issue ended up at the state attorney general's office. And the state attorney general's office persecuted this guy and then worked with the legislature at the state level to change the law to prevent that from happening. So it would have been a Herculean task for, an individual business to go out and fight that battle. But because in this case, they were a member of a chamber, we were able to pick that ball up and run with it on their behalf and kind of make sure that we did that. So that's really that's one of those things that's, and I don't know, it's one of those things like insurance. You don't know you need it till you need it. But that's one of those inherent benefits that chamber membership gives to you before you ever realize you need it. So those are a few examples. There's a whole bunch more that we can do. How's everybody doing? Everybody okay? Everybody good? Everybody awake? All right. Don't make me turn the Chris's on you now, because I will. All right. Your login, which is the power of the chamber website. This is a very, very powerful tool for you. You can do all kinds of things with your chamber profile. You can build a multimedia profile. You can put web. You can put different pages of your website into your profile, so you can link to specific things based on what you want people to engage with. You can put videos into your profile. You can put pictures into your profile. It's almost like creating a mini website within the chamber site, and you can really promote all of the things that you do through that profile. It's really a great resource, and I'm always happy to talk about it for a long time because that's kind of where my wheelhouse is. But I'll leave that. If you have questions on that, certainly feel free to reach out to me and we can set up a time and I'll go through all of that with you gleefully. And okay. The other half, of course, while there are benefits that happen on your behalf while you're doing whatever you're doing, the other half of that is there are benefits that you can actively engage with on your chamber membership. Some of these are events that we have adjusted or events that we have put on hold for the time being because of the pandemic. But there are still a number of great ways to engage with your chamber membership. Obviously, this meeting right here being one of them, because it gives you the opportunity to make sure that you are staying up to date on all of the things that the chamber offers. But there are a number of networking and engagement opportunities. We kind of divide them into two groups, which is programs, which I put as events, monthly events, and then events, which are kind of the larger sort of scope events that we run. So on the monthly side, we do a lot of stuff. So we actually run our own TV show called Mesa Morning Live, and I will say we just recently had Chris on. Hi, Chris. So we had him on as a guest. He was able to talk about some of the things that he's doing with Mesa Public Schools. The purpose of that show, and you know what, Chris, I'm gonna let you talk for a second. Talk about what your experience was with that.
Chris hasn't been on.
Oh, wait.
You haven't? I thought he
Not on Mesa Morning Live, not yet.
Oh,
It's coming.
We were planning on it, but I'm happy to talk about my experience with the schools. But or we can always wait till I'm actually on the show.
You know what? For some reason, I thought you were on last month, and I'm totally like in a different world.
Well, we definitely got to get it on the books.
Okay. All right. Well, for now, I don't know why I thought you were on. I'm sorry.
See what happens when Bob goes off script.
I know, right? I'm sorry, Greg. I feel bad. I feel I've let everybody down. It's horrible. But we do this every month, and what it is it's a show about Mesa and different things in Mesa. So all these different people that make up the community that we live in, we bring them together on this show, and we kind of showcase what they do because we want to make sure that people know just how fantastic it is to be in Mesa and just how fantastic it is to engage in what Mesa is doing. So when Chris is on, I'm doing the pre-sale there apparently. When Chris is on, I'll have him come back and talk about his experience. So there you go. But in addition to Mesa Morning Live, we also do right now, we do a women's networking group, which is a fantastic opportunity. If you or your organization has a number of women professionals that would like the opportunity to come together and kind of network with each other and kind of share some of those common challenges or some of those common successes, this is a great opportunity to do that. We actually engage one of our members to help program that every month. So we do have a speaker usually each month, and we have a great, just a great program of time to help and provide that place for our women executives. So it's really a great event. And then we have coffee time. So coffee time is next Thursday, just so you know, so everybody can put it on their calendars. And I did actually put a theme on that. So our theme is crazy hats for next Thursday. So if you have a fun or crazy hat, make sure that you set that aside and prepare to be on that call, because we will talk about your hat in a communal setting. And a couple of the events that right now we put on hold because of the pandemic are Taste of Mesa, which is our evening networking event. Normally that would travel around the city to different members, and members would showcase what they have as a venue. And we would invite everybody to come in and network and spend a couple hours together. It's a lot of fun event. We'll get back to it. We'll get back to it. Don't worry about that. And then we also do a Mesa's Morning Mixer, which is sort of like Taste of Mesa, but flipped. It's in the morning, and it gives everybody a chance to do some networking in the morning, which is really, really a good, which is really just a great time to kind of learn about some of the people that are in the chamber with you. And then, of course, the annual events. So the bigger events that we do here on the 21st, we have the Mayor's State of the City, which is kind of it's an interesting themed event. He's kind of themed it as Mesa Flicks. So it's going to be a virtual event, and we're all going to it's like watching the launch of a great new movie. We're all going to tune in at 6 o'clock on the 21st, and we're going to watch all of the things that are happening in Mesa. And there's so many things happening in Mesa right now that it's kind of mind-boggling, the number of different things that are happening all over the place. So you can look at any district in the city, you can look at any neighborhood, you can look at anywhere, and there's something happening somewhere. So that's going to be it's going to be a lot of fun. They really kind of put a lot of focus and a lot of energy into making sure that is an entertaining event as much as it is an informative event. So definitely be a part of that. You can RSVP for that, by the way, at the chamber website. So our annual awards dinner is an event that we would normally do in April. Obviously, pandemic asked us to put that on hold, so we put that on hold for a little while. But we will see that event come back. Our Roundup Business Expo, similar type of thing. Pandemic asked us to put that on hold, so we put that on hold, and we'll be back with that, bigger and better and stronger than ever. And one of the events that I know that people love dearly, which is Aviation Fascination. It's the event that we do in November of every year, where we kind of take over Falcon Field, and we showcase the aviation industry, and we showcase members at Falcon Field. We usually have live music. We bring in members to support with food, and it's just a fun public-oriented event. So we usually get, I don't know, 1,000, 1,500 people, I think, if I remember correctly. Sally, is that right? Yeah. I mean, we get a lot of people that come through that event in a very short amount of time. But it's just so much fun because you get to see you get to see the Apache helicopter from Boeing. You get to see the Ranger, the Heritage Army Aviation Heritage. I think I'm getting that wrong. You get to see the Army Aviation Heritage Group showcase their helicopters that they've collected over the years. You get to see CAE. They're a big aviation flight school that works out of Falcon Field, and they showcase a lot of the things that they do. It's a really great way to see what's happening in that part of the city. And then some of the other events that we do that are kind of a little bit more personal, a little bit more, I don't know, I want to say immediate, but for what it's worth. But we do things like lunch mobs. So we'll pick a member normally it would be we'd pick a member and we'd all hang out there for lunch and have lunch together. Right now we do those virtually. So what we do is we invite a council member to join us on a virtual call for a district. We've created a special list on our website called Mesa Takeout, where we showcase all of our different members that are doing takeout. And we invite everybody to, hey, grab a takeout from one of our members on that list and jump on this call with us, and we'll get an update on what's happening in that district. I think the next one of those is I want to say May 4th, but I don't know that that's right. I don't have my calendar in front of me. So I'm kind of teasing to see if Linda will save me right now. May 4th.
I'm looking it up, Bob. May 4th does not sound right. I will get back to you all.
Sally's shaking her head. It's right. All right, you can get back to me.
All right.
And then normally we would also do happy hours. So we would just kind of, same kind of thing. We just pick a member and we'd all kind of go hang out and have a good evening and network with each other informally. Obviously, pandemic's asked us to put some of those things on hold. So we've done so. But we're excited. We're hoping that we're coming to turn the corner there and we get back to some of these events. So I do want to mention also not next week, but the week after is the annual Chamber Golf Tournament. So that event happens every year. And it's a great way for you to engage with not just chamber members, but organizations. So, you know, we have 144 at least golfers, if I'm pulling numbers just randomly out of the air. I'm very good at that, pulling numbers randomly out of the air. We have like 144 golfers that go through Longbow Golf Club over the course, in this case, it'll be over the course of the day. And if your organization is interested in engaging with them, because a lot of those are the staff members of some of our larger members. So it's a great way to engage with, at a deeper level, people within different organizations. So we give our membership the opportunity to sponsor golf holes, and you can set up fun activities and events and kind of make it a great way to have those people remember you and give them something that they can remember you with. And we do have a couple of little I don't want to say little. We have a couple of sponsorship opportunities with that. So that's a Sally check-in. So just feel free to message her if you have any questions on that. But it's a lot of fun. It's a day on the golf course. So how can you go wrong with that, right? All right.
Can I just jump
Yes,
in
Linda.
to say,
Talk it up.
all right, for the lunch mob on May 4th, Council Member Francisco Heredia is going to be speaking at that lunch mob. And if you are interested in learning more about his district and what is going on, I would highly encourage you to participate. And also it's going to be sponsored by Los Sombreros. So hope you can be there.
So Councilmember Heredia is the council member for District 3. Is that right, Kevin? Kevin, you're nodding? Okay. District 3, which is kind of the Fiesta district. So West Mesa and then Southwest Mesa. So Mesa Community College is a big employer in that area. And then it kind of extends down, and it's got this weird little lip that kind of pokes out to the east. It's kind of weird. Anyway, so that's his district. So he's going to talk about a lot of things that are happening in West Mesa and Southwest Mesa. So definitely want to be on that call. And there's a lot of great restaurants, including Los Sombreros in that district. Los Sombreros just came to us opening a new location. They had been in Scottsdale for a long time. And they took over a spot that years and years and years ago. How many are like super old school Mesa people that remember what that was years and years and years ago? Chris, Loft Green. Oh, you're muted.
How appropriate that I'm muted. I heard of
Remember what it was?
Old School Mesa. What was the question again? Sorry.
What was Los Sombreros before it was Los Sombreros?
Oh, where are they at what corner?
Southern and Dobson.
I don't know.
Well, you rose
Top
my
shelf.
hand.
Top shelf.
Village Inn? There used
Top
to be a
shelf.
Village Inn there. I don't know.
Top shelf.
Top shelf.
Top Shelf, yes.
That's the,
I love Top Shelf.
yes.
Or I loved
Good
it.
job, Chris. All right.
Glad I could help.
Well, thank you. I'll call upon you again shortly. So in addition to the events that we run, we also do a number of councils. And one of the things that we wanted to do and again, this kind of goes back several years. One of the things that we want to do is change how the chamber engages, not just with membership, but with the community at large. So one of the things that we did was to start to create sort of industry or subject focused committees. And those committees meet on a monthly basis for the most part, and they engage in discussion around topics that are of interest to the members in those particular industries. So you can see on the list there, I've got Education Council, Government Affairs, there's a Nonprofit Vitality Council, Financial Network, Industry and Defense Council, and a Mesa Chamber Council on Aging and Healthcare. Each of those councils, the purpose of that council is to engage in that topic. So they look at the issues that are common amongst the members within those areas. And Sally likes to tell a story, and I think I'll let her tell it since she's still on the call, about why people would ask, why would you have competitors sit on a council together? So tell that story, Sally. I think it's hilarious.
Not sure which angle you're looking for.
So the Boeing MD.
Oh. Well, okay. So years ago, I'll make it quick. We started the Industry and Defense Council at the suggestion of Senator McCain. And I don't know, it was maybe a month later, I had somebody from the governor's office meeting with me. And we were trying to explain, about this council. And I mentioned MD, and he said, I thought you said Boeing. And I said, well, they're both involved. And he could not get it through his head that people that he viewed as competitors would sit on, a council together. And I said, well, not only do they sit on the council, they're also on our board of directors. It's not like we ask people to bring their financials or their blueprints. We're talking about like issues. And for, some of these councils, these are issues that could be congressional issues. So we want, a collection of voices to go from a Mesa level to that congressional level, but also for congressional staff and, like senators to be able to reach it back out to us and ask us what we think on certain topics and, DOD issues or whatever that it might be. Our aging and healthcare is the same thing. It's good to have different viewpoints, and it's important for everybody to be able to work together.
So, and one of the really cool things about some of the councils, for example, like the Nonprofit Vitality Council, that particular council is open to everybody. So if you just want to be engaged in the discussion of the nonprofit community, that's a great event to be a part of, because literally you're talking to all of the major players in the nonprofit community in Mesa. So it gives you that opportunity to learn about them, engage with them, build relationships with them. And then if you're interested, you can offer to help them in ways that maybe they weren't even thinking of. So definitely those are all on the calendar, at least the ones that are on a regular rotating or regular calendar basis are on the calendar. Don't hesitate to RSVP for one and let us know that you're interested. Okay, so community involvement and partnerships. This is kind of an extension of that, of the council piece, but we are very interested in making sure that we give you as members the opportunity to engage in the community in any way that you want. So, I won't read off the list, but those are all the different areas that we engage with the community on every year. So whether it's water, whether it's helping you with growing your business with Google, all of those areas are ways for you to participate in doing more for your business when it comes to being involved in the community. So happy to go into details on any of those. If anybody has any questions on any of those, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to skip over to the organized program side and talk just briefly about that. We have a number of organized programs that we kind of coordinate, and the whole purpose is for continuing education. So we want to make sure that whatever stage you or your business is in, that you have access to training that continues to evolve your skills. So we start with a partnership that we have with Benedictine University that we have called the Junior Chamber, and that gives students at Benedictine University the opportunity to learn about business, to learn about chambers, and to be engaged in the community. The really great thing about a program like that is that the students that participate in that are very motivated because, well, in most cases, they're in their 4th year of school. So they're getting ready to graduate. So they're starting to think, what's that next step after that? This gives them that opportunity to get out there and meet different potential employers, meet different business people. And so they start to build that understanding of the importance of networking. And so they engage on that level. And it's really a great program to watch these kids kind of blossom, if you will, and learn that, oh my goodness, this is why I went to school for 4 years, so that I can start to do these kinds of things. So really, it's a great program. And that continues through our Young Professionals program, which is for professionals that are employed by chamber members that are between the ages of 20 and 40. I don't know. It was a long time ago for me. So between 20 and 40, but it gives them a common place for them to come together and for them to talk with each other about different opportunities, challenges, ways that they can engage the community together, and start to build that camaraderie and start to build those lifelong business relationships that serve you over time. It continues down. We do some training that we partner with here at MCC on. And then Mesa Leadership, which is a program that we've had for 31 years. I always have to kind of guesstimate that. But it's a 31-year-old program that we've done where we invite business professionals from across Mesa for 9 months to do an intensive learning about what it is that makes up Mesa. And it's a very deep dive into not just how the city runs, but how the major elements of the city run. So there are tours that you take, there are presentations that are given. You learn about things as diverse as like Polly's program for producing electricity from water plants. I kept like, okay, that left my head. All the way from that, all the way over to like the city, all the city departments and what the city arts department does. I mean, it's just such a wide range of scope that you will learn so much about how the city of Mesa functions that you never understood or ever even thought about before. It's really just a fantastic opportunity for you to get a deeper understanding of your community. So how many on the call today are Mesa Leadership graduates? Look at that. I got a bunch today. So let me go with Greg. Greg, talk a little bit about that.
So as you said, it's a great opportunity to get to know all the facets of Mesa. I kind of call it the backstage pass to Mesa, right? So it gives you the opportunity to know all the different facets of what's going on in the community, both from a corporate as well as a charity type stuff, which is near and dear to my heart. So I really got a lot out of it, and you really also get to know a group of individuals at that level that you could continue to be friends with for hopefully the rest of your life, right? That you can network with and things like that.
Yeah, they get a little bit I don't know, how shall I say it, possessive that their class. Who's got the best class?
Oh. We do.
It wasn't mine.
I was going to say it's not mine either.
So, but it's a really great opportunity to build some relationships that will serve you as Greg said, for the rest of your life. So right now they are recruiting for the 2021-22 class. You can get information on that at mesaleadership.org. And then the last couple things that I'll touch on, we have a really kind of a fantastic partnership with Mesa Community College. Not only do they host us on their downtown Mesa facility, but we also coordinate with them on a couple of really great programs. Green Flag Mesa is a business incubator that we run with them. We've been running it now for 2.5 years. And the whole purpose of that program is to take students at MCC that want to start businesses and give them a place to start that business. So we have 12 participants right now in that program that are starting or moving their business forward. And we have speakers come in, we do contests, we do all kinds of fun activities out of that space, but it really engages that next generation of business owner. And then as part of the Green Flag program, we partner with the Mesa Institute, or I'm sorry, the Maricopa Institute of Technology Innovation. I got it. And do something called the App Boutique, which is Mesa Community College works with Apple and others to teach programming. So to teach app programming and IT work and things like that. And so we partner with them to create what's called the App Boutique, and it's a way for them to leverage those skills to help the business community in Mesa. So we're actually designing apps for businesses in Mesa that they will be able to use to help them sort of enter that 21st century e-commerce sort of universe, and then start to build that upward cycle of technology and innovation within the community. So really a great program that I could spend the rest of our time talking on, but I won't. And then our Capital Opportunity Program, which is a partnership that we have with Gateway Bank. Gateway Bank has been a fantastic partner in the Chamber for a very long time. And so we partner with them on a way to, in essence, if you want to expand your business, if you want to, get capital to grow your business, that's a program that helps you do that. So definitely let me know if you're interested in that. I'm happy to give you more details on that. I'm going to pick up the pace a little bit because I notice I'm falling behind. Woo! Business referral groups. So we have a series of 4 business referral groups. They meet once a week. They are great opportunities if you need. Yeah, I'll do a show of hands. My business referral group people, come on now. But it's a great opportunity for you to build relationships, and it's a great opportunity for you to have sort of a sales force of friends, people that know your business, people that know you, that are out and about in the community through the rest of the week talking about your business to other people. So normally I would have Chris talk about them, but Chris, I apologize. I've kind of taken up a lot of time. So I'll save you for my next slide, if that's all right.
Superstition.
Yeah.
And more
They
superstition.
also have a sense of pride. So they will often compete with each other. But if you're interested in joining a group, you can visit them all and see which group fits for you in terms of the aesthetic of the group. So don't hesitate to reach out to Linda or myself or even somebody that's already in a group, and they're happy to go over that information with you. All right, affinity programs. So affinity programs, very, very, very simply, are programs where we partner with a business that offers a discount to chamber members. And if someone takes advantage of that discount, then that business provides the chamber with a thank you. And so it's kind of I can't really say rebate. So I'm not going to say rebate. I'm just going to say thank you. And that's what happens. So we have a number of those participating businesses right now, including Lofgreen's, Chris Lofgreen right here on the call with us. Thank you for being here, Chris. And for those of you that are tenured members of my presentation, you will notice that I have added a new offer to this, which is American Express. So we'll have details on that very soon, but you'll be able to participate in a program with American Express that gives you cards. I get a lot of different cards. I was trying to get them to do like a custom card, but I don't think we're big enough for that yet. All right. This is actually the slide that talks about a lot of the stuff that I talk about. So I'm going to talk about it real fast, but this is chamber advertising. So one of the things that people don't realize is that we reach 10,000 unique, well, actually 20,000 because there's 2 per person, hopefully, 20,000 unique eyeballs per month on the chamber website. So 10,000 people a month visit the chamber website, and they're visiting the directory, they're visiting job listings, they're visiting the hot deals. So as a chamber member, you have access to be seen by that audience. It's a very, very dedicated audience. It's a very, very focused audience because this is obviously the Mesa Chamber of Commerce. People are using that resource because they either live in Mesa, they're going to visit Mesa, or they're dealing in some way with Mesa. So it's a very, very sort of concentrated audience that gives you access to your message. And people that are members get access to a whole lot of ways to reach that audience plus other audiences as well. So whether it's through our podcasts, whether it's through Mesa Morning Live, whether it's through one of these meetings that we do, there's a lot of ways that you can access that audience. So it's one of those benefits of your chamber membership that I think people don't connect with as much as they could, because it really is a powerful tool in your toolbox. So this is a description of one of those opportunities, and I'll just leave that up there for just a second so you can look at it. But no, email me, email Linda if you're interested, and we'll get you more information. Wow. Okay, so we're here. We're here at 9 till, and what's next? For new members, your ambassador will be reaching out to you to start that conversation. So they're going to try and make a time to meet with you and talk to you about your membership, try to get an idea of what you want to accomplish with your membership, and start to build that plan to get those things taken care of. At 90 days, I'll send you a 90-day survey. I just sent out 90-day surveys for the people that joined us in January. And it gives you a chance to check in with us and see how things are going. So existing members, if you are an existing member, so if maybe you're new to your organization and you just haven't had a chance to engage with your chamber membership, or you've been with us forever and you're just like, hey, I've been with you forever, I want to use it. Reach out to us and we'll get you hooked up with your ambassador. We'll make sure that we get you on that path and we'll get you educated. So Linda works very, very hard and very, very diligently to make sure that every member that reaches out to us gets taken care of quickly, thoroughly, and gets more than what they asked for. So don't hesitate to utilize her for that support. And finally, I'll leave you with the chamber motto, which is the world belongs to those who show up. So if you're there, if you're present, you have the best chance of success. And being present doesn't necessarily mean showing up for an event. Being present can mean simply making sure that your chamber membership is up to date. Being present can simply mean reaching out to Linda and asking a question. Being present can mean doing a tour of the chamber office. It can mean any number of different things. It does not necessarily mean just showing up to a particular meeting. So with that, I'm going to unshare the screen now so I can see what's going on out there. And I will open it up for discussion and questions. So please don't hesitate to ask a question. Because I know I just literally just pulled a dump truck up and just all over you. Like you were buried in chambered stuff right now.
Hey, Robert, how many new chamber members do you bring in, or does the Mesa Chamber bring in on a monthly basis?
So a good month is usually 20 to 30.
Excuse me?
20 to 30.
20 to 30? Okay.
Yeah. So usually it's 20 to 30 on a good month. A challenging month might only be 10 to 15.
Gotcha. And is your affiliation with the junior chamber, is that, there's an acronym, the JCs, is there any affiliation there?
No, it's actually a separate program.
Okay, okay.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much for the presentation. It was great, very informative, and really helps
Except
me
for the
kind
bad
of,
parts.
yeah, it was all good. Question, in reference to the new member bag, how do you acquire one is one question. And the second is, how do I donate it? I know that there are some rules around it, and I was told once, I think by Linda, but if you could talk about that real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. So the new member bag is physically a bag, and members can contribute to that bag. So it's kind of like a welcome basket that we give to each new member when they join. Chris contributes something to that for every person that joins. Lofgreen, I need to be specific because I don't know. Mr. Lofgreen contributes to that for every bag that we give out. I think I'm trying to just real quick see if there's anybody else.
Bob, can I speak to that a minute?
You can, Linda, please do.
We have a lot of members who give us items for the bag, and the beauty is that as a donor to those bags, you will get the list of the new members. So you have the opportunity to go ahead and reach out too. And Kathy, I will call you after this meeting and touch base with you on your ambassador, who was assigned to you, to make sure that, they reach out and give you the bag, or I'll personally do that. So, yeah.
No worries. And then can you talk about the rules? Is there like a price point or something with the gift?
Good question. Yes, there
Yeah.
is a price point. We do ask that it's minimally $2, and to think, creatively in terms of, instead of the usual pens or cups and that sort of thing, if you could do something that, might be a little different. I know Chris Lofgren was doing a little bag full of goodies and, a discount card. And so kind of think outside the box on that. So, but it is branding you to your company. So.
Okay. Very good. Thank you.
What other questions do you have today? It really is. It's a lot of information to give out in a short amount of time. We used to do this actually as a 2.5-hour meeting. And I just kind of felt like we could at least touch on most everything in an hour and do it more frequently to give people more of a chance to engage with it. So hopefully we were successful at that. All right. Well, so again, don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything. Linda, of course, is always available. Susan's always available as well. Please don't hesitate to utilize Susan. She's very good at what she does. I would say you're welcome to reach out to me. I'm probably going to ask Linda because, Linda's smarter than me. So, which is, know your strengths, right? With that, I'm going to say thank you all for being here this morning, and wish you all a wonderful rest of your day. And if you need anything, reach out.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very cool.
Be safe.
Thank you, Bob. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Mesa Chamber. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Stay connected to Mesa Chamber social media, email newsletters, Monday morning message, and mesachamber.org to always know what's happening at your Mesa Chamber.